So my name is Ted Ellis. I'm a professional artist. I've been pictorially documenting African American history and culture for almost 30 years now. The reason why I do it, because I love it. I get a chance to tell a story, a visual story of who I am, where I came from. And do it in a way that it's honest, it's authentic, and I'm unapologetic about presenting the importance of African American culture that's a part of the American tapestry. We understand the iconography, the ritual, the importance of the preservation of culture and lifestyle. You know, art is the form of language that conveys that and communicates that. And so I do see myself as one of those creatives, part of that griot family that preserves our narrative and our story. When I was in the military as a second lieutenant, my commanding officer said, "You know what, Lieutenant Ellis, I probably know more about your history than what you do." I said, "I know very little outside of Martin Luther King, my mom, my grandmother, and so forth." And I thought about, why wasn't I equipped with knowing about my history? There was something inadequate about it in the school system. The depth of importance and the sense of urgency, why culture is so important. It gives you identity, and you find yourself when you know who you are and where you came from. And so, I get to do that. My art says nothing, but it says everything. I don't even have to say anything. I just let the art speak. Iron sharpens iron. I'm not apologetic that my ancestors were enslaved. So, separated by language and geography, they came off those ships, from the bellows of the ships. And they looked out there and they says, "Listen, tomorrow's going to be a better day." Not knowing the language, not knowing the geography. My ancestors decided that they were going to build institutions, learned institutions, they were going to build religious institutions where we could worship, and they was going to provide a means for their family, no matter how tethered, no matter how abused, how traumatized through that transatlantic slave trade, but said, I got to do this. And the women on that ship, they knew their role and their responsibility to preserve our culture, our heritage. That's so significant. 1912, in that era, birth of a nation, these really hard negative images that were very derogative of Africans, Americans here in the United States. And it was so debasing that Du Bois, our greatest academic mind, of this century for the last 100 years, says we have to create a whole new image of the Negro. And so that new Negro movement began. And that was the birthing of the Harlem Renaissance when Alain Locke and other scholarly folks said, what, we need the creatives to play a major role in reviving our communities. And so your writers, your poets, your musicians, your dancers, they artfully displayed what they value. And part of that, what they gave in the rhythm of music, came strictly from Africa. And so we began to feel the importance of our identity here in America. Have we gotten better, or are we working on that for total inclusion? I'll say yes, we are. Primarily because of demographic shift. The world is coloring, America is coloring. The sensibilities of having that respect for everybody's culture is so significant. And if you want to gain the public trust, if you want them to engage, then you got to present their history in a way that they can speak to that, and not you from your vantage point and your point of reference. But let me speak to my history and my narrative and present in a way that it's accurate and it's authentic. Although my struggle is a unique struggle in a sense, I get to be honest about my pain. I get to tell my story on that canvas. And I've been able to do it in a manner that has provided a livelihood for my family that has not been inadequate. And so, I'm proud of that. But I've also been able to impact others outside of the African American community to see value in myself and my community. And so that's, for me, is a job well done, outside of, just having fun and pain.